Hello. Desktop audio too. All right, so I am going to try to go through contest levels. We'll see how it goes. So I started. I don't know what happened. I was looking through the channels for the contest levels, and oh, okay, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm missing one from my list here. Which one am I missing? This one right here. No, I already have that one. Wait. Well, now I'm just confused, because some of these seem to have the same name, but they're like re-uploads or something. I don't know. We'll find out. Well, we'll start with something and see. Hudson! Hello. All right, so let's just start at this one here. CW7FJ5DJF. Well, that one doesn't exist. Okay, well that answers that question. That one did get re-uploaded, apparently. I think. CW7. Well, we'll figure... You know what? We're just gonna skip that one. Move on. Let's try the next one. FX1... Well, this one also looks like it's had the same thing going on. Oh, that's a shame. What's going on here? Oh, I see. So the ID has changed. Yes, there we go. There's an update to the ID. That is why I cannot find it. Paste the new ID in. That's the new ID. Gosh, this is a little annoying to work with, but whatever. All right, updated ID. Off to a great start. Okay, so I should be going off the channel name, not the ID at the top of the channel. All right, here we go. Glad you got some time, Hudson. All right, here we go. This is Wizard Blizzard. Wait, did the name change as well? The name indeed has changed. Whatever. All right, so I think the theme of this was no shells, which I'm on board with 100%. All right. Mole. Oh, that's a big jump. All right. So I'm going to be judging on like 5 different... Whoa! I got the midair accidentally. I'm going to pick like 5 different things to judge based on. I don't even know if my my opinion matters for the contest or just for the difficulty. I'm officially a Kaizo officer, which means I can help come up with what the difficulty ratings of these should be. Ooh, that's okay. All right, 3 times. 1, 2, 3, or no, 3 hits. Aha. Okay. Oh, all right. Again, need speed. And I don't know if I'm going to get through all these. It looks like there are 12. If I'm able to count to 12, right? Which is not a guarantee. Okay. Boop. Boop. Good indication here. All right. 2. Boop. 3. There it is. Okay. All right. Cool first section. Oh, we're not done yet. That was a really good spring drop on my part. Nice. So, initial. I'm very intentionally not looking at any of the other feedback on these levels. I'm going in blind. I've not seen any of the other. Whoa! I may have seen a little bit of some of the levels played, but very little so far. Whoops, that's not gonna work. My POW drop timing is off because I was last time I was playing Mario Maker, I was trying to grind 69th level extravaganza, which has a POW drop. A mid-air POW drop, which means that I'm all the time going to be trying to land mid-air POW drops instinctively now. All right, so this section, I can do it now, as long as I don't flub the POW drop. All right, this, however, there we go. Uh-oh, what? Wait, what? I don't actually know what just happened there. Oh, the P-switch that I did a mid-air off of, or not a mid-air, but I did a... Again, one of the difficulties of playing with no audio, that I definitely would have known there was something up, but that should be on me. All right, so there is a P timer active right now. So I don't have time to wait around. There we go. See, that's actually super free. Ooh, all right. Anything come out of this blue pipe? No? All right. That's a scary up pipe, though. And now we're here. In a land of snowballs. All right, so red Yoshi's going to be melting some ice. That's fun. Ah, these are the lizards that were mentioned. For the lizard. Not sure why it was. Oh, because the POW drop. I was like, why did we need the POW drop and the spring drop? It's like, why are we doing poison water when everything else is a blizzard? Now it makes sense. All right, gotta get my chops back for snowballs. All right. Oh, well, this is pretty free then, huh? Now, am I actually trying... I think I am actually holding left to land into the springs, by the looks of it. See, I was thinking like I was gonna have to like hit that fireball midair and do other stuff like that, but no, it's just jump up, boop. Oh, you know what? I should have seen those last time. I hate icicles at the top of the screen like that. Yeah. Oh, okay. A little bit. It's kind of, you want to slow down and speed back up again. But yeah, the springs definitely do help. Or not. I guess I bounced off the spring at its peak, and as a result, I didn't get any extra boinginess. Ooh, that's scary. Okay, whew. All right, all right. Okay, there are marked Kaizos there. I don't know why they're there. Like, mechanically, I don't know what they're doing. Like, how are they different from hard blocks, ground tiles? Like, what are they there for? Is it literally... Wait, and maybe Hudson, maybe you know a little bit about this. If you hit a question mark block from below, does it do something weird to your momentum differently than just hitting ground? Like there's a bit of a boop or something, isn't there? Oh, dang it, I hit the snowball too high. That's a little tricky. Like, I know what... Oh, see? If you time it... Ugh. That's a significant portion of space where that trick does not work. Okay. So if I jump initially from Yoshi when the snowball is at the bottom, then it should line up. Except for that part. I just need to slow down more. Okay. Like, normally with Kaizo blocks, the reason you're using a Kaizo block is specifically because you want the player to be able to pass through that area horizontally, but not, or maybe even downward vertically, but not upward. But in this case, there's literally no other direction to hit it. So I feel like it's identical in function to a regular question mark block. I don't know why it's an invisible Kaizo block. That is a... Going off of the spring is very awkward. I wonder if it's easier to actually just hold right after you hit the snowball. Oh, well, didn't get that. Maybe I should try that. And just go ahead and start heading right. Let's try it. Oh, actually that works significantly better. What is the left arrow indicator for then? So that's kind of a tight jump. But why the hidden blocks? This is baffling me. I'll be interested to see what the other comments are when I go back and look at those. See, that's fun, doing the midair. Okay, and that's just that. All right, and then we get a bunch of thwomps to the end. All right, cool. Okay, now to actually begin judging things. All right, so... All right, I'm gonna use my very, very official way. Let's see. So I'm gonna judge it on aesthetics, always important. Consistency of setups. Whoops, that's comments. So, whoops, don't look at my games. Yeah, I feel like everything in the first section was fairly consistent. P-switch was totally on me. I just kind of didn't think about that. Yeah, the bullet bill lined up fine. And then Subworld. That snowball thing was weird. I don't get the arrows. So maybe I should have something for, I guess, indication. And maybe, I don't think indication should be weighted very as high. But indication was okay. There were needs a little improvement on some of the stuff. I really don't know what that arrow was. I really don't know what those hidden blocks. Why the subworld hidden blocks? Weird snowball bounce. Setups were, I think, very consistent once I realized what I was doing wrong on the snowball. Okay, next one. I'm gonna do this. This is Mountain of the Missing Shells. This one. Overall fun. Maybe I should have a fun. Very official, very measurable ways to judge levels. Virical Cape. Team Power Up, Team Jam, Team Fantastic, Team Muncher. Oh, you gotta get in on everything. Just throw in every possible combination of team characters and then you're set for life. All right. Okay, so this is a... Yes, a cape level. Oh. Oh, those are practice doors, aren't they? Are they practice doors? Wait. Oh, what is this? Is this a little... Oh, whoa. I have a snow... Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh wait, that was the checkpoint. 30-second level. All right, so I'm going here. All right, I see. Oh. Oh, okay, I'm into it. Slam down, that's gonna take out a lot of the munchers, but not all of them. I had a feeling you'd like this one, Hudson. A bop. Now, there was a bomb exploding, and I don't know why. Oh, I do know why. Oh, dang it. All right, imagine that I got through that. What would that do? Would that actually knock out enough of these? Also, I don't know if it... Practice doors are cool. These practice doors, you can go back in, which I think screwed up something and created that bomb problem. If you go in the first practice door and then you come back, you can play through the level, but now things are like a little bit off. So, in my opinion, practice doors, you should not be able to go back through them. Oh, what am I doing with a spring? Ah, that's what I'm doing with a spring. How am I gonna get... Oh, I probably need to throw it... through the snow pokies. I do like cape levels a lot. Pixel had a really fun cape level a while back. It was hard, though. Oh, no, that's not it. Hang on, how do you get through that, then? This is where the practice door comes in, doesn't it? Let me try some things. Okay, so is this just like be fast so I can do that? That might be the case. In which case, oh no. Okay, so I have a cape. Ooh, fun. Oh, a way to make regrabs something of note in Mario Maker, which normally not really a thing. Okay, if you throw it very gently, it's okay. So normally there's no such thing as a regrab in Mario Maker, but with cape, There is. Okay, so do that. Big jumps here. And then big run, and then spin. Where are we spinning to? Z, boing, 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 back, Z again. Okay. Let's practice that section now. Cape regrab. You can do that, apparently. Oh, well, okay, the ending is super free. How's it going, Riddle? How you liking Celeste SMC? I gotta say, I'm gonna have to do it at some point. It looks so good. Oh, that throws it way too far. Wait, hang on, we can dive faster. Wait, you can spin with an item in your hand, can't you? Just by tapping the other grab button. I think. Maybe? Probably should have practiced door to see. Oh, you can! You totally can. Oh, that's an interesting mechanic then. So cool. Super fun game, yes. All right, and then a cape check, and then you're done. Awesome level. All right, aesthetically, very well done. Level looks very good. Setups are consistent. Indication, good. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. Fun. Very fun. Questions on that, or criticism, shouldn't be able to return through practice doors. Because you can actually grab that spring. I mean, there'd be no point in it, but you can. That one was very fun. I really enjoyed it. All right, so this next one, I saw Germdub playing it a bit too, but I at least gleaned a few things from his playthrough, specifically that strawberries do save like they do in Celeste, even though it's not super obvious that they work that way, just due to Super Mario World limitations. It's like they respawn because they have to when you respawn from a checkpoint, even though they're already counted as done. Legion of Cannon and Snow. Piranha Plant Lullaby, a classic. And it was basically just a throwaway joke in Mario 64, and they wound up making a genuinely great song. Okay. Very cool, very cool. Setups are good. Challenging. Makes me feel like I'm good at the game. And then I die on the first jump. This was my outro music for a little bit, I think. Also, I have, like, or had an unfinished music level where I was trying to make this work. Oh, way too high. All right, so let's see. Aesthetically, first of all, because that's the thing we can notice right away. Looks all right. There is care taken into the design and look of it. Like, you got these random icicles that are purely aesthetic. You're never gonna hit those. You've got the mushroom stems. I love the use of mushroom stems. You got hard blocks under the munchers, just to kind of mix it up a bit. Oh, let go of the button a little bit too early. The semi-solid pillars there looks good. Adds a little bit of structure to the world that's being built here. The lore. Oh, dang it. Coin blocks randomly, I like that. Little Animal Crossing music, heck yeah. Oh, bad jump. What's the world record on this? 39, so probably a single section. Well, I say that. Could have a pair of 20-second sections. Oh yeah, okay. That's a checkpoint through there. All right, yeah. Good level length. I really like this cannonball setup. That's very fun. It gives you a little bit of like, wait, where do I go? And then just in time, the cannonball shows up. And you're like, all right, target acquired. Let's hop on that. Okay, my thumb just got completely stuck in place. All right, why can I not throw? I need to actually lift this button up. But not like that. Ooh, chill jazz arrangement of the song. Yeah, cannonballs not having landing indicators. I actually like that, except on that one, which is fine. Because a lot of those, you've got so much time to watch them coming that, oh, nice. Oh, and using the blaster twice. I like that. Most of these cannonballs, you have so much time to see them coming that you can kind of track them and line yourself up in advance. So it's not babysitting you the whole time. Especially with how slow cannonballs are in Mario. Wait, right. I was waiting for the cannonball and then I was like, wait a second, there's no cannon here. What came next? I like the munchers on the slope at the start. That looks kind of fun. Wait, hang on, Germ Dove. I see your message. Well, you see, I have to check all the aesthetics of the level, including the bottomless pits. Grump. And, you know, there's a lot of bottomless pits that I need to check out. You know, a little bit of quality assurance on each of the moles. Inspect the munchers to make sure they're, you know, up to code. I wonder if you could just skip that second spring jump. Exactly. We have to inspect them all. Double check the hitboxes. Oh, you might be able to. Oh, okay. I got a weird jump there. We're 2 down, 10 to go. So far, really digging them. Overall, very positive experience. That is a jump right there. I need to get some serious momentum on that. There we go. Big high up jump. Very cool ending. Hey, Nines. Oh, snap. The bot. Not going for the bonus here. My bot's not running. No bonus. Get your germy dove out of here. There we go. Bot is back up. Aesthetics, very good aesthetics on that. Setups are consistent. Indication, on point. Fun level. Functionality, great. Absolutely nothing to complain about on that one. There we go, it's working. Let's see here. This one, let's do 2. P52 has been updated to a new code. I don't know. I'm going to speak my piece on each of them. If nothing else, I'll be able to vote on difficulty. All right, the shell embargo. 57 seconds. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. All right. I see. And then it's gonna bounce up. Cool. Cool. All right, I see. We're going right around it. Good J indicator. This song has the weirdest time signature. That is all right. I didn't realize how rough that POW jump is. This song has like 6.5 beats per measure. Or maybe it was like 13 or 11. It was some really out there number. 10 or 11, then well, that's nearly all of them. Oh, that is a really big jump. Extremely for me. Irregular time signatures are one of the many things I struggle with music. 19? Okay, then I don't know. I was just looking at the contest level category, and I assumed that that was all of them. Also, hello, Glenn. Hang on, let me check the contest level category again on the Discord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, okay, yeah, I only see 12 in there, so they must be somewhere else. Oof. Well, then we're probably not finishing them all at this rate. Oh, okay, land on the indicator. Duh. Is there like a central location for all of the levels? There's a lot of channels. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna hit the mole. I'm gonna, ow. Whoops. Maybe I can loop around. I think I'm supposed to avoid the mole at first, which means I'm probably hitting that incorrectly. That is a big wraparound jump there. Yeah, that's the trick with weird time signatures is we don't have as much cultural exposure to that, and as a result, our ears aren't really trained to hear what's supposed to happen next as much. Am I supposed to hit the mole? Let's see. There's a Z indicator as well. Hit POW. Oh, that would have let me... Okay, no, we're good. We can hit the mole. POW will allow me to jump onto the bridge. Big jump. Aim for the mole. Yikes. Okay, immediately jump again. Then we can Z onto the piranha plant. And then presumably onto the thwomp after that. There we go. Nope, not the thwomp. Oh, okay. Light bounce there. Okay. Munchers are getting scraped off the top. Kind of weird. Whoa! Now what? Okay. Gotcha. Pipe immediately after that. Ooh. All right, it works. Oh gosh, it's still going. Ugh. Ooh, go back? Okay. Now what? There's a lot going on here. Okay. Ow, but that's all right. All right, so low jump there. I like the return. That's fun. Boop. Okay, we're just doing a P run. Oh, I needed to throw him. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna bonk something. I didn't see what came out of the question mark block. Maybe a power up. Okay. Let's see what happens here. It is a power up. Ooh. Are we coming back in the pipe again? Ah. Whoops. I really do like the re-entry. I get that we're probably only doing it a little bit, but if it'd be really cool if it was just like that was like the central piece of the level and all this extra stuff was just for funsies. Oh, that is a tough one. All right. Let's see what's ahead, even though we've kind of screwed it up there. Okay, well now we know we need to hold right out of there. I think you could re-enter that pipe just to buy yourself a little thinking time. The spike ball is the only one I've really seen, because I saw, I saw Booster playing that one. There we go. Okay, so we need to hold right and jump. There we go. Very cool. Checkpoint? Another checkpoint, all right. This looks familiar. No, this must be, well, maybe. I might have seen a very early test of this from long ago. Oof. Booster. Oh, that is tight. I'm gonna give it a try when I get to that one. Sorry? What? Wait, what is it not like? There we go. Let's delay a little bit more. Oh, that's scary. Oh, wow! In the worst way possible. It's like, I better give this gap a wide berth. I better get as far away from the bottomless pit as possible. Oh, worse than icicles. Yeah, I think I remember seeing a very early iteration of that, and the problem was like sometime. Why is that happening? No, really though. Is this like an anti-cheese thing that it's trying to block me from doing something? There's like a, yeah, there's a thwomp up there that I think is meant to correct the switch state. But it's uncorrecting it for me. Oh, all right. I need him to pop back into existence a little bit sooner. Which means I need to slow down ever so slightly. Ooh. Glitchy switch at CP2. Ah, well, that's not gonna work. There we go. All right. Yeah, I see you. I see you now. Get out of here. Don't hit the muncher. Okay. Some of that stuff was a little bit rough. The sneaky muncher. Hello, turtle. There was a little bit of stuff that was giving me some problems there. All right, what's the next one in the contest levels category? 1GK, okay, biohazard. Someone's gonna have to explain to me where the other 7 levels are hiding. Yay, it's an official emote because you're in good standing with the Twitch community. So you get immediate upload. That turned out really good, Germ, I gotta say. All shells went extinct. Thank goodness. I finally finished the hardcore VOD, Turtle. Sorry to hear about everything that happened in your hardcore world. Oh, I'm really, oh dang it. I'm a big fan of these Muncher Bomb Surf. They're so fun. And they prevent me from having the biggest problem with bomb surfs that I have, which is... Ooh, okay, full jumps all the way. The new one, yeah. But man, that first one, you were just picking fights. It was hilarious. It's like, this is not gonna go well for you. My biggest trouble with bomb surfs is predicting where they're going to land. Ah, still. You know what, let's just do a little extra min jumping in there, instead of trying to do max jumping against a scary ceiling. Yeah, predicting the end of a bomb's slide, because they slow down in a weird way, you know? So when they just stop on a dime, it's like, I can see well in advance where this bomb is going to stop. And I am loving that. Oh, one big jump after that would do it. I mean, that's just how they do. They always teleport. That's nothing new. It's like, why is he picking a fight with the Enderman? The Enderman will just teleport to him and kill him. And look, the Enderman teleported to him and killed him. Oh, cool. P-switch run now. I have a feeling I was a little slow there. I'm very worried that those coins, those indicating coins, are gonna switch on me pretty soon. Yeah, that's their shtick. Enderman teleport. That's very consistent. All right, we're good now. Ooh, okay. I don't feel like ooh. Wow. I don't feel like I've got quite enough time to react to that blind. Yeah, there you go. You don't want to pick a fight with Enderman. Now, is it, in addition to hardcore mode, what difficulty is it? Or is that like, just hardcore mode is always also hard difficulty? Because I don't actually know. I've never really done hardcore. I would assume it's just hard mode plus permadeath. Because having like hard mode on easy doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Or hardcore, but easy. I mean, they certainly wouldn't let you do hardcore peaceful. I will warn you about something, Turtle, because hard mode, hard difficulty, has something that you've not seen before. Well, actually a few things. One, zombies can break down your door. Two, and perhaps more scary, yeah, you gotta know that that's coming. More scary is that in hardcore mode, oh wow, ugh, that's a little, ugh. Oh, well, there you go. In hardcore mode, spiders can spawn with random potion effects, including invisibility. All that you will see is their glowing eyes, nothing else. Get good. Oh, I was worried about that. Just be cautious. Mostly, just try not to go out at night, and you'll be fine. Nope. Really cool that you found a abandoned village. Those are fairly rare. Dang it. Yeah, they are very hard to find if you're trying to find them. They don't have any special loot or anything. Ah. If I just full jump that kind of would solve the problem. I'm just kind of nervous about doing that. It's that first jump that scares me. But yeah, this whole thing is set up for... All right, let's do it as intended, and it works flawlessly. Nothing to worry about. Again, playing on mute makes it a little bit tricky to predict the end of the P-switch timer. All right, so this time we know what we're jumping for. Oh gosh, the momentum on that is really rough. And it sinks halfway through for some reason. I guess what it's doing is it's falling onto a lower conveyor belt in order to kind of delay its movement a little bit, like to slow itself down some, which is fine. I can appreciate that. Okay, that one's not a full jump. You actually do have to kind of hurry that one. That's weird music. What's this game? What's this one from? Bah. I kind of wish that the enemies did do the little bah dance like they did in actual New Soup. All right, be prepared. Oh, that is really... Okay, there's no checkpoints. That is the end. That stop-start is... I feel like just constant speed would be much easier there, but I don't think it's intended to add difficulty. I feel like that was done to make it easier. I had plans if the bah was possible. I was gonna make levels built around manipulating the bah. And then I got Mario Maker, and it turned out that's not a thing that you can do. Ooh, all right, we got it. Mushroom stems. Obstacles that are not really obstacles, they're just there for looks. Decent aesthetics. Trick consistency, yeah, that's fine. You can do full jumps on some of the sections. Indicators. There was one section that I just didn't really love, and that was the spring drop, which was like split second inhuman reaction. I couldn't do that first try. I had to know that was coming. Good. All right. Next up is... oh, this one's got a change level ID. This is where's my... No, never mind. World Without Bones is next. How did I skip this one? World Without Shells by Josh Bones. Okay, let's just scoot that in there. Oh wait, no. Why is that coming across as where's my Z? Oh, World Without Shells is the description. Just kidding. But the ID is different now. TGW. It's a little, as the kids say, a little sus. Hello, Corey. How are you? Good to hear. Where's my Z? Implying that we just want to be Zine all the time. Oh, that's fun. Spring on top. What am I doing with this? Why do I have this guy? Oh, I'm going to throw him and Z off him. Can I not just go straight? Oh, probably not. I guess not. Boop. Okay, that's what's intended. Ooh. Ooh, that's fun. Not a midair. Hey, Corey, weird question, and don't take this the wrong way. Thank you for the follow. I just want to make sure. Are you a bot? Surely not. Probably not. If not, and you're, oh gosh, that was close. Oh, don't Z there. If your preemptive answer of I'm doing good was intentional, then that is the pinnacle of comedy, and I actually think that that's genuinely hilarious. But it does make me think you're a bot. Turtle, surely not. Whoops. Just take that death. If you ask me to buy follows, then you might be a bot. Oh, that's a really cool setup, and that works fairly consistently. Very creative setups, I gotta say. Maybe a world without shells is not too bad a world to live in, guys, and we should consider that. Uh-oh. Well, see, now we're dead because the POW's gone. Corey, on the chance that you are, in fact, not a bot, thank you for the follow. Like, what if it's a goofy idea? Parachute. Good indication. Ooh! Oh, Z! Where's my Z? Haha. No problem. Okay. Okay. Not a bot. Weird. Or maybe extremely delayed, or maybe even a negative delay. And Corey hears the questions before they are asked. Either way. Z. Oh, that's fun. I was about to say, like, if it was one of those, like, either follow bots or even the Mario Maker specific ones that are just built to, like, drop level codes and do nothing else. Like, wouldn't it be a hilarious thing to add just a little bit of believability to your bot? You know, make it pass the Turing test for just a little bit longer by just having it say, I'm doing good. Because it was like, if I had asked, then it's like, oh, okay, this is a real person. But when a bot just says hi and then exclamation mark add and never says anything else again, I'm like, all right, that's a bot. There's no human attached to that. Or if there is, the human could be replaced by a bot. So they're kind of wasting their time. They should be learning scripting so they could save themselves a lot of effort. Cool. No parachute indicator, duh. I should have known by the lack of an indicator, since Josh Bones here has already, basically, we've had an agreement here that we're going to indicate parachutes. And because there was no indicator there, I should have known. That one's on me. This is a really cool set of setups. Oh, that's a really cool setup. I did not expect it, but I really liked it. Boy, the stump jumps always blow my mind that they work. Like, it doesn't feel like something that should work. Oh, a little late. Aesthetically, I wish there was a little bit more. I mean, there are rainbows way up there on the indicator, but you can't really see, or on the conveyor, but you can't really see those. I don't need a lot, you know? I don't want decorative semi-solids everywhere or anything. Maybe in some ways this is the right amount of aesthetics for a level. It's very much function over form. Oh, that is, oh. 24. Oh, that's the end right there. Get off that spike top and we're done. Or someone went very fast. And there's actually like 3 more tricks. Oh, the mole. Varies with consoles. Ooh. Very big depends right there. All right. NES has like 4 channels, I think. 4 audio channels that you can use at a time, if I remember right. Whereas like a PC game has technically limitless, like you could have like a full-on MP3 of a massive orchestra. Now, based on that, what does it mean to be able to play the music? Like if I'm playing it on piano, actually, no, let's take it back a step. If I'm playing it on trumpet, I can only play 1 line of music at a time anyway. Like I can't play multiple sets of notes on a trumpet. You can only play 1 note at a time. So by that logic, like the music really only gets harder or easier based on like weird keys, which you can just transpose the music to an easier key, or unusual rhythms and stuff. So I would say not a whole lot of difference there. It's more just the style of music. And some old consoles did have more complex, very quick moving parts to make up for the lack of channels. It's like, hey, we only have 1 track that we're gonna use for the bass line. How about the bass just like goes up and down an octave every other split second to give the illusion of more instruments? It's like, there you go. So in that way, the song is more complex in a way, but musically the idea is still fairly simple. So it really comes down to like, what do you want to do with the song? Do you want to be true to the original exact notes, or are you just trying to capture the musical idea, in which case anybody's guess as to whether a game's songs will be more complex or not. That was the end. Beautiful. All right. Looks are okay. It was a little light. You know, I don't need a lot of decoration. It was very, very function over form there, which I'm fine with. Consistent setups. Yes. Setups were completely consistent. It was great. Indication. Actually, yeah, good indication there. The parachute thwomp was marked. The non-parachute thwomp was not marked. Parachute thwomp came first. That's an important thing. In that way, the parachute indication was made known by giving me the parachute thwomp first. Let's see here. Next is peppermint pie. 4-3. SMM2 Snowball Kaizo. 58 seconds. Checkpoints? Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, music in general is... Whoa. Oh, okay. Oh, thanks, Crump. I bet you say that to all the Kaizo players. Oh, that's a cool setup. So I'm reusing the snowball again and again. But I don't get exactly when I need to kick it. Earlier? Later? A song that is... Here's something. A song that is intended for piano. If I want to play it on piano, then to make it sound right, I'm probably going to have to play it pretty close to how it actually sounds in the original. Which typically, that can be sometimes kind of hard, because if a song is meant for piano, they probably got someone who's good at piano to play it for the original. Okay, curve around to the right. Marked indicator. Oh, ooh. Under, over. Probably under. Maybe I can get a little bit closer to the springs. Trampolines, sorry. These are good coin indicators, because they're telling me kind of the direction to go to get around these things. Ooh, okay. So I want to land on that a little bit sooner. Also, when talking about how quickly I can clear levels, I will point out that I spent way too long on that bomb level. The new 6.5. That one was a pain, and it was shameful when I got to the level cleared screen, seeing like the world record time of like 1.5 minutes compared to the number on the left, which I'm not going to quantify. It was not maxed out, but it may have well has been. May have well have been. Have been. May as well have been. There it is. Cool. Very cool. What am I doing? Ooh, okay, a little bit earlier on that throw. Super Mario and Super Mario Maker 2. There are slight physics differences, but the main thing is the amount of course elements that are available. Both games are Maker titles, which basically just means that you've got this toolbox of things that you can place in a level and then see how they work together and build a level out of them. Mario Maker 2 has significantly more items you can play around with. Additionally, Mario Maker 2 adds multiplayer to the game. Very fun to try and clear levels with people, either online or offline. Super Worlds are an interesting addition in Mario Maker 2. The ability for you to kind of build a playlist of your own levels that people can try to work through as if they were a full Mario game. In addition, there's a few new themes, such as snow, desert, and a handful of others that weren't present in Mario Maker 1. And a new style in the form of 3D World being added, which adds new enemies, new gadgets you can play around with. A little earlier. Yeah, perfect. Checkpoint? Is that worth a checkpoint? Yes, it is. Ooh, all right. That's a little tight. And presumably Mario Maker 3 is going to continue to iterate on that same formula, adding some new items, new themes, new game modes. Ooh, I have to land on the note block. Ooh, precision. And then I'm going to bounce off the snowball up ahead. Oh, that was the last thing I expected to come out of there. Fish are a very peculiar thing in that they just kind of like plop to the bottom of the screen and then you can just jump on them no matter how low they went. I don't know exactly what happened there. I'm gonna bounce off another snowball, grab the coin. I didn't see what was on top of the thwomp. Probably something important. A mole. Oop. Okay. Coin. Oh. Don't grab that. Do I kick it though? Or do I just try not to touch it? I like this spot right here. Kind of gives me a chance to rectify any mistakes I've been making. I think that's an important element in Kaizo levels, is some jumps kind of make you like really go all in on momentum, and it can be difficult to like get back on track. It's like, oh wow, I overshot, but I still landed the jump, but now I'm going too fast. And it's very nice to just have like, here's a single mole to bounce off of, or something like that. A really easy jump that lets you kind of reclaim your positioning. What do I need to do there to go slower? Or do I need to send the snowball faster? Well, that's not it. I like the aesthetics here with the blue pipes, with the icicles. Or with the ice and the icicles. Very good combination of elements. I wonder if I could get up on top of the level. More content, pretty much it. Yeah, that's probably the important thing, really. It's just, there's more. It's kind of like, what's the difference between Mario 1 and Mario 3? It's like, well, there's more things to do. Now, if the question was based on, like, which one should I buy? Mario Maker 2 has people actively playing it, and Mario Maker 1 no longer has... Okay, you just don't touch it. Mario Maker 1... Oh, that's neat. Oh, we're still alive. How do I catch up to that? Mario 3 is able to throw for content. True. Mario Maker 1 you can no longer upload levels for one thing. And also, everybody who plays Mario Maker is now on Mario Maker 2. Kind of because you can no longer upload levels on Mario Maker 1, for one thing. Oh, how... I need to, like, go slower on the kick? That's true. Brayden will be playing Mario Maker 1 forever. Get him, Chain Chomp Brayden. We salute you. Huh, that was interesting. So that's how that works. You smack it from the side, a fish pops out. There we go, yeah. Ooh, up pipe. I should add a 1000 item, shouldn't I? There we go. All right. Good aesthetics, consistent setups. Indicators were good. Felt pretty fun. No, tonight I will only be doing the levels. Part of that is just, there's a lot of them. And I don't want to break my momentum. I do want to add something. Right now, it's like both queues are tied together, like level queue and song request queue, close and open together. I do want to be able to separate those out. 16-second world record. Oh. Didn't see that coming. He juked me. Oh, don't jump too high. Mind the moles. Oh. How did I overshoot, or was he just in a bad spot? I'm really not sure yet. And ideally, I want to be able to have multiple settings that I can have, like, I could have moderators manage as well. So things like, actually, now that I think about it, nothing comes to mind. They will be able to be. They will be able to be done on non-viewer level streams. But right now, all queue activity is handled by the same setup. No, you gotta go fast on that. Okay. There he is. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop the mole, and die on the grinder because I went too fast. So there, I do want to slow down ever so slightly. Yeah, I feel like this level is basically boiling down to this one difficult mole here. That's fast. It's this one section right here that I keep screwing up. Oh yeah, see, you have to get there pretty speedy. I mean, maybe it works if I full jump and go really slow on the way. Like as I approach, if I do really slow baby jumps, but it also works just like that if I go fast, so I don't know. All right, slight delay here. There we go. Cool. That is a fun one. Looks great. Mole was a little bit inconsistent just based on approach speed. So sometimes I literally could not make it to it. Indication was fine, and it was fun. Okay, next up. TSV. No, that's Moles in the Sky. FGO is the next one. This is Small Order of Fries. For any of you Team Fantastic people, is there a channel that just has all of the contest levels listed? Because I'm just going off of the contest levels category, which only has 12 things listed. And Glenn said earlier there were 19 levels, and I don't know where the other 7 are hiding. Maybe it's Fix Request or something. No, there's only 1 in Fix Request. I don't know. I don't know where they are. Oop. Nice. Oop. Twice, but in different ways. 33-second level, so fairly short. What am I doing there? Can I make it to that pipe? With the bomb, yes. Okay. Oh, don't throw it yet. Bounce off Mole, throw. Ah, the switch. The switch provides a backboard to throw the bomb against. Ooh, barely got in that one. Okay, what do we got next? I missed hitting the switch, I think. You don't see an easy way? Then I don't know then. Hello, Burger. Sorry about the cold that is killing you. Wait, did I? Yeah, I'm literally just not hitting that switch for some reason. Oh well. I'll do the 12 that I have access to. Or as many as I can get done before bedtime. Burger, thank you. There it is. $5 going to Camp Horizon. Throw. Spin. Why is there a springboard on a seesaw? Oh, throw, and it's gonna land on the springboard and bounce. So I spin jump off of it, hit it to the right, lands on a note block, I spin on it again, it lets me through. Okay, and that's the end of that bomb. And that's probably a checkpoint after that. I see it now. Something to be said about the amount of reaction time you get on doors versus... Whoops, that's not good. Doors versus pipes. Doors give you very little time to react compared to pipes. That's an interesting... there's something interesting going on in that first room. The way the munchers on the far right are set up. Huh. Weird. How about this one, Burger? Notice those munchers are not on grid. They're sitting on a platform that is at like a half-tile height. I don't know what it was about the setup that required that, but that's cool that that was taken into consideration. I don't know why it just didn't work that time. All right, I went too fast, I think, because it was still moving into position. Okay, so these setups are pretty... They're not super precise, but they do require you to like, oh, you can't land on this bomb until it comes to a stop, that kind of thing. Glad that was the one. That was not super obvious to me, which, oh, he's using custom or he's using some kind of auto scroll. That's gotta be custom auto scroll, I think, to make it do that. No, grab it. Ooh. You, having some soup? That could help. Oh. No! Dang it. Just water. Soup is kind of like water. Dang it. Now I know why I jumped the first time that I went in that door. It was because I was trying to make sure I grabbed the bomb before holding up. So what I want to do, I think, is just... There we go. Catch it on the way. Hot flavored water, yes sir. Climb down the vine slightly before jumping so I can still do a full jump, maybe? Or, wait, can you, I don't think you can you spin off of vines? You tell him, Burger. Burger, can't you set your... Like, that's the browser telling you that. Can't you, specify your region or something to make that work properly? Oh, wait, it's the Twitch app. That's not, you're using mobile. Tricky. That's strange. Ooh, yikes. All right. So I need to jump from lower. Like there's an arrow there. Is that implying like spin on the bomb at some point? So far, arrow seems to indicate bomb spin. I don't know how I would... Oh, you can spin off of a vine. I'm sure I've done it before, and I cannot remember. I just cannot internalize that. Okay. Arrow implies spin off a bomb. I mean, I'm playing SMW, obviously. All right, so that becomes a tricky little task it wants me to perform there. Especially because I then have to not land on the bomb when I get over to the far right. Still, props for a good indication. It's a non-standard thing that's needed to be indicated there. Ooh. Yikes, it's kind of a tricky little setup. Okay. I need to wait until the bomb is much lower before I do the spin. Like, maybe I just let the bomb jump off of me. Like that. Ah. Ugh, all right. That's gonna spring it up there. I'm gonna catch it on the way down, get through the pipe, and then maybe it'll be time to use the bomb. I like that that works. Ooh, and you can't catch it and hold right. Ooh, yikes. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing here? Why did I throw this here? Oh, this is just gonna work. This is just gonna work. Okay. I almost screwed up that jump too. And cool ending. All right. A+ on indication. There's not a standard for spin on a bomb versus not spin on a bomb. So Quack in here had to come up with something there. Setups were a little picky at times. I'm really having to, on a lot of these levels, I'm really having to dig for any kind of criticism, because these are all so good. And aesthetics were fun, and a very, very nice way to just tie it all together at the end for the finale. All right. Wait, there was a contest? Kaizo, lol. All right, what are we doing? Oh, I have seen this one. I have seen this one. Good point. Well, that's not how that's supposed to go. 13-second world record that, I don't remember. Somebody fast took it. Whoops. Fun fact, you can actually jump on creeper piranhas that are facing down like that. You can get just close enough to the vine where you can hit them. Ooh, all right. Yeah, I'll take a all right. So the idea is you're supposed to go like that, but you don't have to. This is the intended strat here. But it's all kinds of full of cheese. So first of all, you can do a midair there, speed up, as I did accidentally in my clear. Whoops. You know what? I'll take it. You can take damage. Oh, I remember. And so here you can just kind of like sit right there. 13 seconds probably can't get, but... Oh, wow. You want to get that midair. How? That's really peculiar. Like the spring is right on him. Okay, well that obviously is gonna be a problem. So hilariously, you can just like do that, and then you can long jump across. Just make it clear across with a damage boost. Very, very cheesable. But that's not like a huge problem. There is indication for the drop. The ending is a little bit muddled as far as like trying to figure out what you're supposed to do. It If you're going in completely blind, it's a little bit tricky to figure out where you're supposed to go, and it doesn't feel like you're doing it right. Hey, that was pretty good. We got a 13. Hey, Psycho. I think we already played yours. Oh, see, we're within 0.6 seconds. It's pretty good. Indication was okay, except near the end. It's like, wait, am I going back? But then I'm just damage boosting. That can't be right, but it is right. But that's okay. But it is fun to play. I really liked Psycho. I really liked on your level the whole like going in the subworld and then going back with something different, like hit a P-switch and go back to the main world, or hit an on-off and go back to the main world, and things are slightly different to allow you to proceed. I thought that was fun. All right, HF6 to RG. Bowser Jr.'s Bomber Wing. Spin jump through the fleet and take out Bowser. 18-second world record. Is this a tight timer or? Let's find out. Ooh. Nope. Okay. Okay. Whoops. All right, so I want to get under that. Like that. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's bad. Nope. There you go. If you full jump, it works. 2 hops this time. Oh. Oh, cool ending. All right. Yeah. Oh, world record. Very cool, very cool. Yeah. Setups are mostly pretty consistent. Aesthetically, pretty nice. Yeah, seriously. Now we know. Aesthetically, there was some effort put into that. Oh, shave the time down a little bit more. All right. And this is the last one I have in my list. I don't know what the other levels are for the contest. A lot of the Team Fantastic Discord is automated by the Team Fantastic bot, and so channels get automatically created and renamed and recategorized all the time. And so what I'm going off of is just there's a category in the Discord called Contest Levels, and there's 12 channels under that. And that's all I see. I don't know what the other 7 are. So who knows? All right, this one is uncleared. This one is by Pixel. I saw a little bit of this. So this is all about night theme spike balls. All right, let's aim for a little bit between the flowers. The closest thing we have to disco shells, basically. Ooh. All right, I gotta figure out how these work properly, because this whole level is based on these, so I gotta learn them now. Okay. We're gonna do a little spinny spin. Mid-air, cool. That's cool. That's rough. Oh, if only. Man, imagine if you could just perpetually keep Boom Boom spinning forever in 3D World. What kind of crazy levels people would make. Yeah, I was too close to the wall to make that work. So I heard what a lot of people were complaining about with this level is the fire piranhas. Preferring those to be replaced with non-fireball piranhas for the sake of less RNG. The level looks really good. Ugh. Yeah, those piranhas are scary. I need to go faster than that. Can you imagine if we get disco shells in Mario Maker 3? The nightmare. Oh, yeah, that fireball. You gotta go out of your way to avoid it. They would do something weird with them. Kind of like how they did with pea balloons. Yeah, in Mario Maker, there's not really anything that gives Mario that, like, bouncing away uncontrollably property that he gets in Mario World from discos and chucks and I don't know what else. It's like there's bumpers, but that feels much more subdued. Bumpers, you accelerate really fast, but really only if you're going up. All right. Oh, that was it. I've seen a little bit of what happens with the skull raft. Oh, that was deadly close. Oh, the fireballs, man. Yeah, that is rough. And I think there's a checkpoint in here, too. Oh, he better be asleep. At this hour. And Burger, too. Especially if Burger's under the weather. You gotta get your sleep in. Ooh, that is really hard to do consistently. So what I need to do there is basically just stay full speed the whole time. You know what? Fair point, Germduff. Fair point. In a very literal sense, you got me there. Ooh. Have you considered some kind of medicine? Oh, that's not enough either. Okay. What is the play there? Not like that. It has been taken. All right. Well, at least you're on the right track. Okay. Nope, I can't do it in 2. I'm gonna run out of tissue paper. Who is the real germ dove now, huh? Har har. Whoops. That's not how you do that one. Part of me wants to work really hard to get first clear on this level, but then at the same time, based on some of the feedback I've been hearing, this level's gonna have to get remade to... Oh, that's a really tricky spot to deal with all the RNG fireballs before it's accepted. But if it is accepted and I've got the first clear, then that's some points I'll have in the bank to give me a leg up on the leaderboard. Oh, there we go. All right, so there is a boop. That's really difficult, but really cool. I really like that high momentum jump. It feels very fun. Just gotta be able to land it. Pixel made Neum. Rip. I gotta watch the ground very closely to make sure I'm not running out of land. That is so tricky. Landing in the midair. Just gotta figure out, like, the right timing. Oh, that would have been it. That would have been it. So basically, I'm wanting to slow down just a bit and then rush off the edge with it when I'm pretty confident in the bounce cycle. Whoops. Just kind of stood there and accepted my fate. What if we get Lava Lotus in Mario Maker 3? Was Lava Lotus ever reused in any Mario game? Oh! Oh yeah, it was an underwater enemy. So it was just SMB3 and Super Mario World, nothing else. What a shame. Hey, all right. Ooh, yikes. Not how you're supposed to do that, but I made it over there. Okay. And the thing is, we're not even done after that. We're still not to the checkpoint. Oh, yeah. I want that last bounce. I don't know where I want it to be. I'll be honest there. I'm not sure yet. Ah, the classic game, Super Princess Peach. I don't know why I just YOLO'd there. That can't be right. Like, it's in the credits. Right? It was definitely Lava Lotus, right? Oh gosh, now I'm gonna be doubting myself. There's gotta be a consistent way to make that work. I've gotta be doing something really wrong. Like right here, this is pretty consistent because I'm trying to bounce off of it like... Oh. Volcano plant? No. Wait, it was named in the credits. Surely it didn't say volcano plant in the credits, right? Was Lava Lotus the name of the SMB3 enemy and then Super Mario World was just volcano plant? You're making me question everything I've ever thought I knew. Nope, I do need to slow it down. Like, that was about as full speed as you can get. Okay, that's still weird. And SMB3 didn't name the enemies in the in-game. Yeah, and for another thing, we'd all be calling Birdo Ostro if we went by what was in the credits every time. Too late. I feel like if I can make it past that part consistently, I've got the first half of this level done. I assume it's just half a level? Oh, that was beautiful. All right. Not super consistent. Oh, yikes. Okay, I want to hit a little bit earlier then on the question mark block than what I just did. Volcano plant. What the crap? RNG fireball. Man. Who knew? Dang it. Volcano Lotus. Why not Lava Lotus? So was where did Lava Lotus originate? Was that the SMB3 enemy name? Okay. And so the one in Super Mario World just has a very less interesting name. Huh. Gee, fireballs, man. Volcano Lotus. Ouch. Yeah, I don't know what I was screwing up with the on-off switch in that one part. At the at checkpoint 2. Like, I think there was a thwomp above the pipe that was supposed to set the switch a certain way, but it was triggering after I was hitting the switch somehow. Doing these mid-airs off of spike balls is really the biggest tricky trick in this level. Just surfing along these is really straightforward. The fireballs are just an element of inconsistency with the tricks, because you don't have a lot of control over the timing on those. It's just sometimes they're going to be going, you just gotta deal with it. Okay, that was just a bad jump. I do not know how to get this midair to land. Maybe I should watch, I wonder if there's a clear video. Let me see here. There is a clear video. Okay, that helps. All right, here we go. How did you make this consistent? Boop, boop. 1, 2, 3. Okay, he does bounce a third time. 1, 2, 3. Right before it rolls off. I mean, that makes sense. Oh, see, I'm letting it hang up there too much. So good news, everybody. I did start the rewrite of the wheel. You may have seen the preview in the Discord. Okay, that's the general idea. Okay, so that was just from me waiting too long. Now, was that the intent of that, or is that just kind of a side effect? Like, it looked like it was just there to set the switch state correctly if you came in with the wrong switch state. And then if you wait too long, it just also triggers for some reason, but it's not really supposed to. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's do here. Oh no. All right, so you actually need to get the right timing on that. So a little bit earlier on the question mark block. But now I think we're starting to figure out the issue with the midair. Basically, I do just want to fireballs. I do want to delay very slightly and then full speed it. think the new wheel is going to support some interesting visual boosts. Oh, see, I did bounce off of it right after the end, but... Oh, okay, so the thwomp I was seeing was kind of unrelated. Huh. Now, is there some reason that you do need to, like, keep the player from delaying there? I guess there's some kind of mechanism that's time-sensitive or something. It sure will. Okay, gotcha. Oh, wow, really? A specific frame. And I guess that's for the sake of the waking of the Mecha Koopa. Oh, you mean this? Okay, this part. Yeah, there's something about this that's a little rough. I mean, the rest of this intro is straightforward. Like, especially once you kind of get the hang of the speeds you're allowed to go at when surfing on these things. Counting number of jumps, that sort of thing. Visual cues. But this one... Mecha Koopa midair. Yeesh. I remember Pixel also has some kind of weird Mecha Koopa maneuver in one of his Team Shell levels. I'll see if I can figure something out. The trick with having full spike ball speed on that last one is that the initial time you land on it, you're very inclined to line up against the wall, which starts you out to the left of the spike ball, where you don't want to be. I remember that one. I never cleared it. I think I landed the Koopa midair once. It was a painful one. Ugh. Trying to stay on the right. It's not going to be easy. First one to build the trick. Nice. Well, that entitles you to something. I don't know what. Bragging rights. Oh, all right. I can kind of stay on the right of that. It's not easy. It's not easy to. Oh. All right, so we got to get this pretty early. That was about right on the earliness, though. Oh, I pulled back a little bit. There were a lot of snowball levels, all right. There was a 6.5 I cleared recently that had no shell jumps. It was all bomb stuff, and it was fantastic. It just goes to show I can clear like top level difficulty stages as long as there's no shell jumps involved. I'm that bad at shell jumps. I died from landing on the fireball somehow. I must have touched it or something. Nope. That looked okay. What is it with Pixel and having like one ridiculously hard trick in otherwise fine levels? I'm thinking about all right, admittedly, mid-air POW, not super hard trick, but the rest of Thwompitude and Thwampitude was fantastic difficulty. Like, it was a really good stage. And then he threw that in. All right, let's see here. It might have been a little too late. Oh, almost. So what you got to do after that is go over through the one-ways, ride it down, then jump off one of the spike balls that you just bounced off of again to get back on the platform, ride it up, and then I think there's like another spike ball jump at the top, and then we're getting close to a midpoint. Oh man, bomb stuff is I can do bomb stuff. The thing is, the level is super impressive looking to watch. Hang on, I saved like a small, not this. I wish I could disable a Joy-Con stick. Never mind, I deleted it. So, forget that. Because my Switch was complaining about having too many videos. Nope. There we go. All right. Come on. Hey, all right. So it's gonna go down. And I need to go back over. Wow. All right, that's hard. That's a very narrow window. But we saw the light there. There was something over there, something good and wonderful, something checkpointy like. Oh gosh, and then it's gonna be more of this mess. I'm getting more consistent with that. Crap. That's not good. That didn't work out. Hey. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to do a re-upload. I think it's the last level he got re-upload request for. He ended up changing a lot of things instead of just the things that people were having issues with, and kind of nerfed his level overall. Which I think there were like 2 or 3 jumps that they were like, hey, could you change this one, and this one? And then he changed a lot of other jumps as well and made the whole level really easy. Well, not really easy, but much easier than it needed to be. I'm worried that it's going to be similar with this. It's like, they're going to want him to change, like, hey, get rid of the fireballs. It's dumb RNG stuff. And maybe make that one jump a little bit more consistent or easier somehow, or scrap it. And he's going to come back and change, like, a lot of stuff, unfortunately. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm hoping it's just, like, the little problem spots get tweaked. I found it. I found the setup. Oh, got it. Okay. No, how? Wow. Wow. All right, that is a Yoshi over there, by the way. The fireballs. Do fire-breathing piranha plants, do they not have interval times on their fireballs? Like, is it always the same number of seconds between fireballs or something? Even if it is the exact same number of seconds, there's the issue, I think, is that it's kind of like spawn jank. It's like, hey, this trick is very different based on what speed the screen is scrolling when you arrive at this loading spot. And it changes where the fireball will be located when the player arrives. That's a problem. Because sometimes it will be in the player's way, sometimes it will not be, and it's only based on, like, did the piranha plant load on the screen, like, a split second earlier or not. That's, I think, what people have issue with. Well, that's the problem. If are on the same position, how likely are you going to be on the exact same pixel between 2 runs? It's like saying Bowser is not technically RNG. Technically, no, but you can't predict what he's going to do based on your movements because it's some weird mathematical formula that's happening behind the scenes. That's what people typically mean in this game when they are complaining about RNG. Here we go again. Oh, that looks good. Crap. Well, that looked good. Oh, and then jump through the grinders? What is that? I'd say drop the fireballs. Like, they make the level tough to predict what you're supposed to do. I mean, I know that's not your level or anything, but I pulled right too soon. I'm gonna need to go to bed soon. The bot is right about that. Magic Koopas aren't random either. Technically. But good luck predicting what they're about to turn something into. All right. What am I doing? What am I doing? You know what? I've got a clear video here. How about that? How about I use that to my advantage? All right. Spin around. Line up. Hit this. Go under it. Oh, now what? What do I do now? Big jump, avoid. Dang it. All right. And then it's, oh, and then there's, ugh, okay. Then there's a checkpoint, a scary checkpoint. There's the level for a refix. Ooh. Oh. That's just what's included in the game. What do you mean? Like, there is RNG in the game? I mean, people know that there's RNG in the game, but I think that's why there's curated teams. It's like the idea is like, hey, we don't like this level. Or we don't like this particular part of this level. Could you please change it? Nobody's saying get rid of the thing from the game. It has its place. It's just it feels very... I don't know, what's the right word? Unfair at times? I think inconsistent is the big thing. People complain about jank, which in my opinion is just a way to describe tricks that, if you're off by a tiny amount, it affects the outcome by a great deal. It's like tricks are considered good and consistent when, yeah, you were a little bit to the left, but if you get to a little bit to the right in the next few frames, it'll all be fixed and you'll be able to continue. Jank is something else, okay. I may be operating under a different definition. I've always described things as jank basically if either inconsistent or basically requiring the exact same set of inputs for it to work. Or just being needlessly yeah, I feel like that really is the definition, in my opinion. That like you gotta hit this trick just right or it doesn't work right. Even though it doesn't make sense. It's like, hey, no, you can't hold jump until you're on the way down, or else it doesn't work. It's like unless there's some way to communicate that to the player, then sometimes it's gonna work, sometimes it's not, and the player's not gonna have a great understanding of what they're doing differently that's causing the trick to fail. Sometimes, but not all the time. Jank is made from the builder, and mostly he even tolerates it that has a lot to do with the camera movement? What? I mean, that seems like, if you're talking about things that are like issues where things spawning in at different times, creating problems, that is, I would say, a subset of jank tricks. Jank setups. Setups that are just built in such a way that they may not work based on how you're approaching them, like the speed that you're approaching them. I'd say that does cover some cases of jank, but not all. I think there's more than just that. For instance, tricks based on irregular movement of some enemies. Like Koopaling tricks, the recent meta with Koopaling tricks in some shell levels, using trampolines, that is not jank because it actually works the same no matter no matter how many times you try it. It's like, as long as you're doing a full jump here or something like that, it will work. And so the maker just has to indicate, hey, full jump here, grab this coin. That's annoying, that fireball. I don't know what the greater community defines jank as, but my definition has always been based in inconsistency. Now, Mario Maker 2 is a deterministic game. There is no actual random number generation going on. If you put in the exact same inputs, you will get in the exact same outputs every time. That is how Auto Mario levels can even function. And to a certain extent, versus mode, how it can function without a server. But certain things in the game, man, well, I was getting it. Yeah. I mean, that's part of the level building process, and you just have to kind of be ready for that. Like, if you have to re-upload a level because, hey, it's not working the way you want it to, there's this understanding of like, yeah, the level is going to require me to maybe upload it 10 times. I have to be okay with playing it 10 times. So I hope I made a fun level the first time so that I won't have a problem playing it that many times. Oh, that was it. Yeah. Never install those things. But I think our original discussion was, this level might need a little bit of fixing. It's got a few spots that are just needlessly difficult compared to the rest of the level. The setups are very impressive, but that one jump is probably 90% of my deaths. And these fireballs don't feel like they add much. So, in my opinion, that would be nice to have those fixed. Because otherwise people are going to get very frustrated playing this. Hey. All right, here we go. All right. Boop. And boop. Oh my gosh. We did it. No, we didn't. Not yet. Oh. Now we did it. Wow. Whoa. That's cool. This is really cool what he's done with this. Like, if this section is just, like, straightforward and really cool... Ooh, I gotta be careful. Let me see here. He's got a clear video. Oh, that was weird. Oh, the finale is really cool looking. Okay, that's a little tricky, but doable. Actually, this second section looks very quick and fast. I'm cool with this. Yeah, a little bit of teasing... teasing the balls over to the side. Don't take that out of context. Don't look at me like that. I see you snickering. What's going on over there, huh? Is there something amusing that you wish to share with the rest of the class? No? Okay. That's a little blind, but it's early on in the checkpoint. Oh yeah, Ish is really good at these things. Okay, what do I, hang on, I wanna look ahead here. I wanna know what I'm getting into. Big jump. Ooh. Okay. Big jump. Hold right. And jump. Nope. Ooh, yikes. Oh, wow. This is really impressive. I just have no idea how I'm gonna pull it off. All right, so check it out. Hold left, hold right, and jump. Oh boy. Uh-oh, this might be bad. Wait, wait. Oh, it works. Ark, what's going on? Why is there a key door? Oh my God. Pixel, you are a wonderful person, and I value our friendship. Good timing, Ark. Yeah, it's incredibly impressive. A lot of the sections in this level are so good looking, but you would never know what to do without the clear video, or a lot of trial and error. I guess it's good that this section is rather short. Overall, the level looks good. I just feel like it's that one jump in the main world just is a little bit rough. Dang it, I forgot. Gotta turn back. Yeah, that jump there in the subworld is a little blind when you're dropping down for the first time over on the far right. Right here when you have to go back to the left. I think that's a little bit rough. Also, how did I not bounce off of the spike? Not a huge fan of how of that only being a single on-off, but that's more just personal taste. That is so cool. You jerk. All right, there we go. Cleared. All right, what am I rating that on? Consistency. I gotta deduct it for consistency. Indication is not too bad, but there are some blind spots. fun. It is fun, except for that one spot in the main world that I think everyone was having issues with. All right, well, Glenn told me there were 19 contest levels, but I looked in the Discord and I only saw 12 channels of levels. So, I don't know. I forgot to like it. Hang on. Do need to go back and like it. So I've got numbers now, 4 different categories. I just gotta say, that one jump in main world. There we go. First clear. That's gonna be wiped away as soon as he does a re-upload. Oh boy, that was very tricky. But I'm glad we got that. Let's see here. I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah, that was the last one for tonight. I don't know, I might need to ask around on the Discord to figure out what the other contest levels are, because I would like to play them all. I just don't know what the other ones are. But yeah, very fun levels. Upcoming stuff, I will stream Sunday night. And then Monday will be Dobbs Quest, where we play D&D. 5 a.m. Go to sleep, man. Particularly notable for this Monday's Dobbs Quest is there will actually be an intro video, so that now all of our, every night I'll get to have a nice little intro theme going on, and we'll have a Dobbs Quest specific one, so that's cool. All right, I'm gonna go to bed. Drink your coffee. 5 a.m. coffee, the best kind of coffee. All right, well, hopefully at some point you sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep. Yeah, enjoy your 5 a.m. coffee. Everybody take care, have a good night. I'll see y'all around.